class here, and it is all about getting in a full yoga session with a shorter amount of time. So we'll do everything we would do in a normal yoga class, including a nice shavasana, in a condensed format. So you'll get a little bit of stretching, a little bit of strengthening, and some nice relaxation here. This is an all levels class. You can modify or adjust things to suit your own preferences. No props are required, but of course, if props make your practice better, you might like to have a couple of blocks or a blanket to sit on, whatever makes you feel good as you do these poses. We're gonna get right into it. Come to sit cross-legged. Feel free to sit up on something. Let your hands rest palm down on your legs. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And a slow sigh out. As you breathe in again, begin to circle your body to the front of the mat. And as you breathe out, circle to the back of the mat. If it's comfortable, keep your eyes closed as you continue to draw circles in the same direction. Doesn't matter which way. Maybe letting the size of your circles increase a little bit, feeling a little more stretchy here. The most comfortable point in your circle, where you feel the most confident, you're going to go ahead and you're going to switch directions. Keep the circle nice and big here. I'm even applying a little bit of light downward pressure onto my thighs here just because that feels pleasant. There's no discomfort in my knees. You're welcome to join me if it feels good to you. Do a couple more nice big stretchy circles, kind of your maximum here. And then slowly you're going to decrease the size of your circles, keeping your eyes closed if possible. And as you decrease the size of the circles, they slow down. So you're still using the full length of the breath forward and back. The circles just get smaller and smaller, slower and slower, until eventually, on your own time, you will reach the center and stillness. Once you arrive there, you'll take a deep breath. Blink your eyes open. And place the soles of your feet on the floor in front of you. If you're sitting facing the long edge of your mat, as I am, you're going to want to rotate so you're facing the short edge of your mat, sitting right in the center. Bring your hands behind your thighs. Lift the center of your chest as you roll your shoulders back, almost a little bit of a cow shape in your spine, maybe even looking up. As you exhale, you're going to round back, lowering your tailbone, your lower back. You can keep your hands up behind your thighs, or you can release and leave your feet on the floor. Mid back goes down, upper back goes down, and finally the head comes all the way to the floor. Gather your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a little rock from side to side. This is a quick class, so we want to really maximize what we're doing, using each movement to full effect. When you're ready, take your knees into a twist over to your right side. I'm stacking my knees because that feels good to me. You could equally well be pinwheeling your legs or extending only one leg to the side if that feels better to your body. When you're ready, bring the knees back to the center. Take them to the left. You can extend your right arm out or not. Just a gentle twist, opening up your spine here. Inhale, come back to the center. Hug your knees again into your chest, readjust so that your shoulder blades are comfortable on the floor. You're going to hold behind your thighs, you're going to flex your feet, and then you're going to kick your feet away from you until you're in an upside down table pose. Relax your shoulders. Inhale here. As you exhale, you might lift the back of your head off of the mat. If that's too much for your neck, you could hold behind your head or simply lower your head back down. See what feels right for you. Press your thighs into your hands, or imaginarily so if you're holding the back of your head, and then draw your hands to your thighs. If you have your hands back here, you're going to have your biceps active. Keep pressing, keep flexing your feet. Press your belly button towards the floor and just hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, draw the knees to the chest, give yourself a little wiggle, and come back to that upside down table pose. This time, bring your hands to the mat, press the palms of your hands down, draw your belly button to the floor, see if you can get that same effect that you just had. So it's like your thighs are pressing away, but they're not moving. There's a force almost drawing them back. Your belly button is sucking towards the floor, so your spine feels quite stable. And then you're just going to dip your right toes down towards the mat and lift them back. Dip your left toes down and lift them back. And we'll just alternate sides. And it's not important how close to the floor you go. It's just important that you keep your low back stable, so it's not arching up and down with every toe dip here. And just keep going, best of your ability. Take a break when you need to. If you want to add on a little bit, you feel a little frisky, you can always do a double toe dip. Come back up. Do 3 or 4 more on each side. Feel free to alternate in that double toe dip if you like. And kind of partial to one on each side. And then a double just to really feel the wobble of my abdominals. Maybe one more set. Hopefully you feel a little awake now in the center of your body. As you're ready, draw your knees back into your chest. Give yourself a little rock. Here you can rock side to side, rolling all the way to one side. Use your hands to press you up. Or you can also rock a little bit forward and back, just a few times here. Rocking yourself as you're ready, either to seated or all the way up to standing. As you come to standing, come up to the front of your mat. Stretch your arms over your head, maybe follow with your gaze. Just have a little wiggle here. Any movements that feel nice. And then fold forward. You could press your hands or your forearms into your thighs. You could bring your fingertips to the floor. Keep your knees a little bit soft and just dangle for a couple of breaths here. Again, you might like to move a bit, swaying or nodding, bending, flexing. All right. When you next inhale, lift yourself up halfway, bring your hands onto your shins or your thighs, reach the crown of your head forward. As you exhale, release. Inhale, keep your knees soft, roll yourself slowly, one vertebrae at a time, kind of like how we lowered down to the floor, all the way up. You can keep your arms heavy, or if you like, you can sweep your arms out and up. As you exhale, bring your hands down to your sides. Again, make sure you're up at the front of your mat. Your feet are comfortable distance apart. We're going to go through a little sun salutation. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head. As you exhale, draw the hands either through the center line or to the sides as you fold forward. Inhale, find your halfway lift. As you exhale, plant your hands down, step your right foot back, bring your right knee to the floor. This is a place where you might like to use blocks underneath your fingertips, but eventually on an inhale, you're going to lift yourself up. Keep your fingertips low. Maybe you can even sweep your arms back and up, creating a giant circle. Reach the arms up again as you inhale, squeeze your inner thighs together. As you exhale, complete that circle, bringing the arms forward and down, hands to the mat. Let the hips come a little bit back as you step the left knee back next to the right knee. Inhale, bring your shoulders over your wrists, low plank pose, tuck your elbows in, lower slowly to the floor. It's totally fine if your bum sticks up. You're just going to tuck your pelvis down. Inhale, lift the center of your chest. You can stay nice and low for this first cobra if you want. Exhale to release. Press yourself back. Come through a child's pose just for a deep breath. Feel free to take your knees a little wider. Round your spine up towards the ceiling as you lower your forehead to the floor so you feel some stretch along the length of your spine. Inhale, come on forward to your table pose, drawing your hands more or less underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under, press back through the arches of your feet, lift your knees up, and slowly begin to straighten your legs, pressing your heels towards the floor for a downward facing dog. Feel free to move, to pedal your feet, or to sway your hips. Anything that feels pleasant here. If you feel really quite frisky, you're welcome to repeat that whole process of coming forward to plank. You could do knees up or down, lowering to the floor, full or knee push up. You could come to a cobra, an upward dog, or sphinx with your elbows on the floor, and then back to your base, giving yourself just a little more work. If you feel a little more on the chill side today, you could spend a couple breaths in down dog and the rest of the time in child's pose, relaxing your body. The next breath or two will all meet in a table or a downward facing dog. You're going to float your right foot to the sky, lifting it up until you feel a little activation in your glutes, and then sweep that right knee up towards your nose and step it as much as possible between your hands. Step your left foot next to your right foot. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale with softish knees, roll yourself one smooth breath now all the way out, maybe taking your arms to the sky with you. Exhale, you're going to keep going, folding all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down, step your left foot back, bring your left knee to the mat. You can untuck your toes or cushion your knee or grab blocks, whatever you need. As you inhale, you lift up, keep your fingers low, sweep your arms back if you can. A little different sensation. Once the arms come overhead, you again inhale, you lift up, you squeeze your inner thighs together. And then you exhale and you fold, planting the hands down. Right knee next to the left knee. Inhale, forward, low plank. Or if you like, you can tuck your toes and come to a higher variation of plank. Exhale slowly to the floor. Inhale, cobra, or if you prefer, upward dog or sphinx. Exhale to release. Go back for one breath in your child's pose, really rounding up, almost like you're coming through your cat pose on your way to your child's pose. Inhale, come back to your table pose. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees slowly straight into downward facing dog. Your choice of where to go from here. Hanging out, picking a restful place, or continuing to move and flow. I'm quite partial right now to rotating my feet, angling them. So I like to angle my toes in, walking a little pigeon toe, and then angle my toes out, a little Charlie Chaplin, all while pedaling my feet. It just feels really nice to the ankles and the knees and the hips. Do what feels good. And the next breath or two, we'll meet in our table or our downward facing dog. From there, the left foot floats up, and you want to lift, whether you're in table or dog, high enough that you just feel a little activation in your bum, and then sweep that left knee forward, stepping it to the front of the mat. Step the right foot forward, fold down. Soften your knees a little bit as you inhale, you roll all the way up. As you exhale, press the palms of your hands together, bring them in front of your heart. Take a deep breath here, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Feel the soles of your feet against your mat. As you inhale, sweep your arms up over your head. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find your halfway lift. As you exhale, you plant your hands down. You step your right knee back. You bring your right knee to the floor. Same thing as before. You walk your fingertips in and you slide your fingertips, if you can, back as you squeeze your inner thighs together. And here, you're not even going to pause. You're just going to keep going with that big circle, coming all the way back down to the floor. You can step to a high plank or to a low plank. Inhale there. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, find cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. Or knees on the floor, table. Take a deep breath here. On your inhale, float your right foot to the sky again. On your exhale, now step your right foot behind your right hand. Rotate your left heel to the floor so your foot is about a 45-degree angle. Fingertips frame the right foot on the mat or on props. When you're ready, press into your right heel, lift yourself to the sky. Warrior one. Bring your hips to face the front of the mat, adjusting the angle of your feet as needed. Reach your arms up, but relax your shoulders. Press the palms of your hands together, potentially interlace your fingers, and maybe even turn your palms up, see what feels good. Reach up here again as you inhale. As you exhale, lean to your right, so towards your front leg, stretching the left side of the torso. Maybe you even look up underneath your left arm. Inhale back to the center line. As you exhale, you'll take your hands behind your back. Again, you can interlace your fingers, grab a wrist, or grab the elbow creases. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, lift the center of your chest. Maybe even a little look up to the place where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. And then as you exhale, fold forward, belly to thigh, or torso to the inside of the front thigh, potentially lifting your arms up in your humble warrior. Tuck your right hip in towards the center line, so you're hugging this right hip in towards the center of the mat. You'll feel your whole thigh fire up. Take a deep breath here, humble warrior. And then inhale, let your hands separate as you lift all the way back up, arms reach towards the sky. As you exhale, lean forward, sweep your arms back, bringing all your weight to your right foot, maybe lifting your left heel. Maybe that's plenty today, or maybe you go for a little float, seeing if you can straighten your right leg as you lift your left leg behind you, little warrior three. If you've gotten to that warrior three and you feel confident, you can start to drop your left hip down, reach the crown of your head forward. Spend another breath here. You're going to step with your next inhale far back with your left toes angled towards the left back corner of your mat. So you'll step back. You're going to lift everything up. You're going to turn all the way to face the back of the mat. Left foot is facing towards it. Right foot is facing towards it. Fold down. Plant your hands under your shoulders. Set yourself up so you're strong. You're going to take your left leg directly to the sky, either table or downward facing dog. Left leg goes up. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your left knee, stack your left hip on top of your right hip. Scorpioning. Inhale, square the hips. As you exhale, step your left foot behind your left hand. Rotate your right heel to the floor. We're going to do the same sequence on the other side and make a big circle. When you're ready, press down into your left heel. Roll yourself all the way to the sky. Relax your shoulders. Again, you want your hips to be facing the short edge of the mat. If you have to adjust the angle of your back foot, don't hesitate to do so. This should feel good for your knees and your hips. Inhale here. Push the palms of your hands together. Maybe interlace, maybe turn the palms up. And lean to your left, stretching the right side of your torso. Maybe looking up underneath your right arm if that feels nice. Take a deep, full breath. Inhale to the center line. As you exhale, your hands come behind your back. Choose the way that you join your arms together. Roll your shoulders back. Lift the center of your chest. Tiny look up if you feel quite stable. Inhale here. Exhale to your humble warrior. Belly to thigh or torso to the inside of the front thigh. Lift your arms up. Feel the stretch in your shoulder. Hug your left hip towards the center line. It's like your inner thighs are trying to squeeze together, even though obviously they are quite far apart. Inhale. Lift yourself all the way back up. You can separate your hands, lifting them over your head. As you exhale, you fold. You draw your arms behind you like big airplane wings. All your weight comes to your left foot. Maybe you lift your right heel. And you can stay here just enjoying the work in the left thigh. Or if you feel a little bit of balance or a little bit of test for your balance is warranted, you can see if you can straighten the left leg, bringing the right leg behind you for warrior three. If that feels successful, drop the right hip a little bit. Lift the pit of your belly as if you're trying to create space in your left hip crease. Take another breath here. You're going to step really, really far back again. Same thing. Right toes are facing towards that right front corner of the mat. Lift everything up. Turn all the way back to the front of the mat. Right foot faces it. Left foot faces it. Hands come down. Your right leg is going to come all the way up to the sky as you inhale. Three-legged table or three-legged dog. Bend your knee. Stack your hip. Scorpioning. Inhale to square. Exhale. Right foot to the floor. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale to the mat. Inhale, find your cobra or your upward facing dog or your sphinx. Exhale, find your table or your downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths here. Feel free to repeat your half vinyasa. to come to your child's pose, your table pose, and have a wiggle, whatever feels good for the next couple of breaths. I'm going to do one more quick run through, and then we'll come down to the mat. Coming to table or dog. From there on an inhale, the right foot floats up as you inhale. As you exhale, the right foot steps behind the right hand. The back heel rotates to the earth, pressed into the right heel. Lift all the way up. Warrior one. Inhale. As you exhale, press the palms together, interlace the fingers. Inhale to reach up. Maybe the palms turn up. Exhale to find your side bend to your right. Inhale to the center line. Exhale, take the hands behind you. Join them up. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Exhale to fold, humble warrior. Inhale, maybe you lift your arms a little bit, tucking your chin towards your chest. Again, round up through your spine like when you were pulling back to your child's pose or through a cat pose. And then inhale, lift all the way back up, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward, arms sweep behind you all the way to the right foot. Maybe lifting the left heel, maybe floating, warrior three. Just a deep breath here. Create space in your right hip crease, lift up. Step all the way far back, left toes face the left front corner of the mat, windmilling all the way around. Hands plant down, both feet are facing towards the back short edge of your mat. Left leg comes to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, left knee opens up, stacking on top of the right hip. Inhale to square. Exhale, left foot steps directly behind the left hand. Right heel plants down, press into the left foot, lift everything up, arms to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, press the hands together. Maybe turn the palms up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lean to the left, stretch the right side. Inhale to the center. Exhale, arms behind the back, join them up. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold to your humble warrior. Inhale to stay, lifting through the pit of your belly, even as you bring your head closer to the earth. Inhale to roll back up, lifting your arms. Exhale to fold forward, lifting your back heel. Maybe you stay here, maybe you float, maybe you wobble for a breath. Create space at the base of your belly, at the crease of your left hip. Inhale here. Step far back. Lift up the arms as you inhale. Rotate all the way back to the front of the room. Hands plant down to frame the right foot. Lift the right foot on an inhale to the sky. 3 legs. Bend the right knee. Stack the hips. Scorpion. Inhale, square the hips. Exhale, bring the foot to the floor. Table or dog. If you feel frisky, add one last half vinyasa, If you're ready for rest, come to child's pose or lie on your belly for a few breaths. I'm going to finish this off, bringing it all the way home. When you're ready, come to your table or your dog. Lift your left leg to the sky. Step your left foot forward, bring your right knee to the floor. As you're ready, you sweep your fingertips down and back, and then lift them up over your head. It's like that big reverse circle. It feels really weird. And then plant the hands down. Fingertips can be on the mat or hands on blocks. For this last one, tuck your right toe under, lift your right knee. Now step your right foot up next to your left foot. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, roll yourself to the sky. Exhale, press the palms of your hands together. Let them come in front of your heart. Close your eyes. Take a deep, full breath. Feel the soles of your feet against the mat. Inhale, open your eyes. As you exhale, you're going to bring your toes slightly closer together than your heels. Maybe you can lift up onto your tippy toes, even if it's just for a brief second as you inhale. As you exhale, begin to bend your knees. Whether you stay on your tippy toes or not is really up to how your body is going to respond to this today. But you lower as far into a squat as feels possible. Go to your maximum. Maybe take a breath. Maybe see if you can lift your chest from that point. It's okay if you are much higher in your squat and you're right here. You just work to lift your chest, and again, create a bit of space at the crease of your hips. You're lifting your torso away from your thighs a bit here. From there, Bring yourself all the way down to the floor. Sit in the middle of your mat again. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Flex your feet. If you feel like your low back is tight, your hamstrings are tight, or it's difficult to sit here in your core, sit up onto a blanket or draw your knees a little in towards you. Lift your arms up as you inhale. As you exhale, lean ever so slightly back, lift your chest, breathe in. And as you exhale again, fold forward. Tuck your chin towards your chest. You can let your hands rest on your legs, on props. Some people like to hold the feet, that's totally fine. Maybe rock a little bit here. Take another deep breath. Roll yourself slowly back up. Roll your shoulders back. Stretch your arms out in front of you as you inhale. As you exhale again, you're going to slowly go to the floor. You can go with these straight legs, or you can bend your knees as we did at the very beginning of class. And again, you're going at one vertebrae at a time. So first the tailbone, the lower back, the middle of the back, the upper back, the shoulders, and the head. When you reach the mat, draw the soles of your feet in. Adjust your hips. Palms of the hands press into the floor. Inhale, really relax your shoulders. As you exhale, press your heels into the mat, press your belly button into the mat, and then lift your hips up towards the sky, coming to bridge pose. As you exhale, gently lower down. I'm going to pulse 3 or 4 times. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. Let's do 2 more. And this last one, we're going to stay up. Feel free to take your arms up above your head or around behind your back if that's a variation that you like. I'm going to do a kind of cactus-y shape right here. Keep lifting your hips up. Firm your belly button. Relax your shoulders. Take another deep breath here. And slowly, the reverse of how you came down to the floor. First, your mid-back goes down, and your low back, then your tailbone, and you relax. Bring your arms down by your sides. Take your feet a little wider than your hips. Sway your knees from right to left. Next time your knees are over to the right, let them stay. If this variation of a twist is comfortable, great, hang out. If you like, you can take your right ankle over the top of your left knee here. You can always come to any other variation of the twist. Stacking the knees as in the beginning. Pinwheeling. Just getting a little release for the spine here. Bring your legs back to the center line when you're ready. And take them over to the left. Again, really any variation of the twist is totally fine. If you like to do the stacking of the ankle over the outside of the knee, just make sure there's no discomfort in your lower back or in your knee joints. Feel your breath slowing down. You're ready. Bring your knees back to the center line. Hug them one at a time towards your chest. Give yourself a rock. Maybe turn the soles of the feet to the sky, holding the feet themselves, the ankles, the calves, the thighs for a happy baby. As you're ready, extend your arms and your legs, coming to your Shavasana, finding for your body a comfortable resting place. Feel free, of course, to add a prop or an accessory, anything that makes you feel comfortable here. Again, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And a long, slow sigh out. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyes. Relax the space behind your eyes, all the way into your brain. So even your mind, your brain is relaxing here. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Relax the center of your chest. Relax your belly. Relax your hips, your lower back. Relax your arms, your legs, your hands, and your feet. Allow your whole body to relax. Of course, if you have a few extra minutes, I encourage you to linger here a bit longer. When it's time to return to your day, take a deep breath in. Maybe reach your arms up over your head. Point your toes. As you breathe out, you can draw your arms in, maybe draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. As you're ready, rock yourself over to one side to rest for a breath or two. Before making your way to a comfortable seat for you today. As you arrive there, bring your hands in front of your heart. We'll close with a deep breath together, in through the nose, out through the mouth, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this quick and full practice. I hope your body feels relaxed and energized. Have a great rest of your day.